What's going on, y'all? I got my Kruiser 2.0. I'm on 6S now, so I'm just gonna drive for a few minutes out here. I'm in the parking lot, so it's not the best spot, but I'm gonna test it out real quick on 6S. Oh, let's see if we get. Oh no. Oh, nice. I've been meaning to buy a ramp. I'm actually in the market for a ramp, so I need to go online and order me a ramp so I can get some air time, because there's not many spots that I could actually get air time and actually get a decent landing. Most spots it's either a rough landing or you land on the road, and I'm trying to avoid that. All right, see y'all on the. So I accidentally took a phone call instead of declining it. However, when I tried to drive the truck again, I realized that it was no longer steering. If you see at the last minute or last second of the clip, when I was going from the grass to the road, it was just driving straight. Well, from that point forward, it didn't have any more steering. So I figured, all right, maybe the servo horn came loose and no big of a deal. I was just tying it up. Well, that was not what happened. The servo actually seized up. If you can see, I'm doing pressure on it. I'm applying pressure on it, and it will not budge. So it seized up inside. And that's a huge bummer, because I've only had the truck for a few days, and it's practically brand new. I didn't even get to run 2 full packs through it. We ran a 4S pack, and then I ran a 6S pack. My boy JT drove it for about 5 minutes, and then we did the speed run test, which was another few minutes. I don't remember how long the video was. And then this last clip, I drove it for a little bit over a minute, if that, and that was it. That was all it was driven. It didn't get 2 battery packs through the truck, and the servo already gave out. So that's a huge bummer. The truck is $539. You should not have to replace a servo in the first week of owning the truck, but it is what it is. Like I said, I have a Savox servo that I'm going to toss in here and get it back up and running by the end of the weekend to get some more footage. So that's that. Other than the servo, the truck handles amazing. The tire compound feels pretty soft. The tires have not become unglued or anything like that, so that's great. If you do go in too aggressive into a turn, however, the tires will bite a little bit excessively, and it causes it to either get on 2 wheels or it wants to flip. But I have something planned for that. So I'm thinking about lowering it. That way I could get less body roll in the curves. And initially I wanted to adjust the droop screws. However, on the control arm, let's see if I can link in here, or control arms, we got the little hole for the droop screws, but none of the 4 control arms have a droop screw in them. So I'll have to go through my bin of random screws and find some that fit that, because they don't have any. So my theory, if I could lower it, it should help with the handling. Other than that, the other thing I did, I'm over here flipping the truck like 2 or 3 times. I went ahead and geared it up. The stock gearing was actually a 12 tooth, not a 13 tooth. It was a 12 tooth. So the last video was on the 12 tooth. Now it does have a 15 tooth pinion. So we'll see how that does. And of course, I'm going to do a speed run test to see the difference in miles per hour. So the pinion is a change, or mod, I guess, if you call it that. And I also want to take apart the center diff. I want to put probably 10,000 K fluid in there to see if that helps a little bit with ballooning of the front tires. Because right now, when I give it a lot of throttle out of from a standing still, it stands still. It just sends a lot of power to the front tires. So I'm gonna be messing with the diff fluid a little bit here and there. And the other thing I'm going to do as well is I have a looper here, because I just use a single 4S or a single 6S. So I'm going to get rid of these Deans, and I'm just going to solder one single castle connector, because all my batteries have castle connectors. So I'll be doing that as well, get it ready for the weekend. So I think that covers everything that I have planned for it. I don't have any other thing planned to change on it. Just servo, the gear's already done, the center diff, and the connector. But other than that, I mean, the truck handles amazing. Nothing broke, other than the servo, ironically. But the truck is performing great. So I'm gonna toss another servo in there and keep on bashing. So yeah, guys, let me know if you have one of these already. Let me know if you have the same problems that I am having. Hopefully you don't. Like I said, that should not be happening out of a truck, especially from Kyosho. But it is what it is. Well, alright guys. Well, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.